boxing at times can be a circus. I want to mention very quickly Tommy Fury versus Jake Paul. What do you make of that? And
You know what? This might not go down too well, but I think Jake Paul will beat him. I think Jake Paul's like him on. He's a novice. He's getting world class attention and world class money. An amazing promoter. Um, but it wouldn't surprise me if Jake Paul beat him. It wouldn't surprise me at all. So he's one of the few YouTubers where you think he can actually fight. 95% of them can't fight, but Jake can fight, but he can promote and he can sell a fight. Now the fight's happening in Saudi, I think. Um, good. I'll watch it. No, I'm curious, and I'm watching it because Jake Paul sold it. That's it. He sold the fight because in reality, how many of you would as many people would turn over and watch Tommy Fury? No disrespect to him. What I'm saying to you is Jake Paul has been arrogant, rude, disrespectful enough to get the attention that people love him and loathe him. But he's done the right thing, and the lesson fighters can learn from these YouTubers is it's not just about being a good fighter now. It's about you are your own business. You've got to sell yourself. You've got to package yourself. You've got to market yourself where people want to watch you. If Jake Paul can do this at this stage as a professional, where everybody knows him and he's come from that YouTube world, well, we as fighters, the only fighter I think gets it is Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is that one that gets it. He's like he's got that mentality that I'm selling myself. I've got to be that fight, and the kid can fight, but he's got that crossover appeal. And but most of the fighters need to do it. Get somebody to follow you around, be a videographer, and follow you, and just put it out there. Get people to you've just got to sell yourself. You're your own business.
do you think Tommy Fury sometimes gets unfairly criticised because he is still a novice, he is still early in his career, but because he's Tyson Fury's brother, people want him or expect him to fight bigger and better names already. Whereas a lot of fighters will start off their career, the first 10, 15, 20 fights, against a lesser fighter.
He does, and unfortunately, Fury is very identifiable name. So anybody with that name, you're gonna expect they can fight. And so Tommy, unfortunately, he gets more attention and criticism and critique uh, because he's a Fury. And that's either worked in his favour or against him. But but if it works in his favour, he gets paid a lot more money, he gets a lot more attention. But if he doesn't make the most of that, unfortunately, that attention, you've got to be careful what you wish for because if you do good, the attention is great. If you do bad, the attention is still there, but everybody's telling you how bad you've been.
You mentioned a moment ago, Jake Paul is a good fighter compared to the rest of the YouTube crowd.
Yeah.
And to be fair to him, he's put the work in. He's training with trainers. He's doing camps, etc. Talk to me a little bit about KSI Misfits, and they've recently announced a tag team boxing match, whatever that's going to mean.
So KSI, another fighter, young YouTuber that's coming through, and he's actually again can fight, and so there's one or two of them that are just rising to the top, and I hope we see Jake Paul and KSI fighting each other at some point. I think the Misfit setup, it appeals to another crowd. And I know the true hardcore boxers and boxing fans, they'll struggle because they're thinking, why? Why are these guys getting the attention and the dough that we should be getting? The fact is this: those youngsters that live on the games and they don't come out of their bedroom, that don't care about anything else in the world apart from what's happening there. I bet you there's a percentage now that put it down and want to go to the boxing club. I bet there's a percentage now that know who Boxer A is and Boxer B is. And that's only good for our game. You can't judge who fights and who doesn't fight. I think as long as the misfits and the YouTubers that can't fight stay in their lane, then that's safe. Once they really believe that they're world beaters, that's where there becomes a collision and a problem. So I think it's pretty good. I think it's good. Hard to understand initially, but I do get it now. And it's entertainment. And listen, it's like walking through a co-op car park and you're seeing a scrap. you want to see it, but you don't want to see people see you can see it, but you want to see what's happening. Oh my god, he's so bad. Oh, that's what it is. So I'll admit to you, I'll watch it because I think, wow, this is bad, but it's good. Good on him. And listen, look at Floyd Mayweather. I think he's boxed on the 25th of February at the O2 against YouTubers. He's making as much money, if not more money now than when he boxed. The person he's pulling, so he's capitalizing on it and getting involved in that mix.